What is your deepest, darkest secret? I've lived a boring, non-secretive life, but my great-grandfather once told me a story of when he killed a man with a baseball bat for trying to rob the bar that he owned, and the regulars of the bar stashed the body somewhere and nobody ever talked about it again. He then put his finger to his mouth and said, "SHH, don't tell anyone." So there you go. Sorry, Gramps. In 1996, I was 6 years old, and a friend told me that computer mouse balls were worth as much as gold. Stupidly and with no plan, I stole one from the classroom computer. Our teacher got extremely angry and I got really scared I'd get caught. He had us all leave the room and go in one by one so that whoever stole it could anonymously put it back. I was too scared that somebody might see, so I didn't put it back. The next day, I was going to try to secretly return it, but a kid randomly emptily confessed that he was the one who stole it and his mom went to the store to buy a new one. I should have taken a stand and said, "No, Kyle, you didn't steal it." I did. 28 years later, Kyle is a stripper at a gay nightclub. Live in the only major urban center in a very rural area where there's all kinds of suburbs, road construction, gravel pits, etc. Whenever I see heavy equipment that doesn't get moved or is left unattended, I sneak into the worksite at night, climb in the always unlocked bulldozer or whatever the fuck it is, and proceed to lay on the horn in the dead of night before scrambling away. It has been a decade since I started, and I think now I've honked the horns of just about every type of heavy machinery that has won. I am the culprit of the 1986 pudding cup incident, and not my sister. I stole my brother's Ghostbusters t-shirt and made an email account from the shirt nepper to ransom it back to him as a mystery for him to solve. Unfortunately, he died a few weeks later before never noticing the emails. I looked at people's shoes and heads up 7-Up. I once said I only had 5 avocados in self-checkout when I damn well knew there were 6 avocados in that bag. In grade 6, 1986, we were asked to write a short story during class. I wrote as much of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy as I could in the hour provided. I knew it word for word. I got as far as the interior of the Vagon ship before time ran out. I was molested by my cousin. Nobody knows. He recently died karma drug OD. Everyone kept asking why I wasn't upset. Edit: I was about 8 or 9 when this happened. I'm 41 now. I remember it happening several times. He was 16 or 17. I haven't said anything to my family, as my mum and his mum's sisters are very close. I want my dad to die. My dad is a piece of shit. He has tortured my mom and myself since childhood. He has had chondrosarcoma bone cancer for 4 years now. I have no remorse for him suffering from this. I'm rather angry that my family has to suffer because of it. I just hope it all comes to an end very soon so that I can live a peaceful life. It's so emotionally exhausting. In 6th grade, I had a friend that lived across the country from me. We Skyped all the time and we were best friends. Well, one night when we were on Skype, she was talking about how she didn't want to live, hung up abruptly, and I've never heard from her since. For years I thought she put on a show so she wouldn't have to talk to me. I'm waiting for my spouse to pass so that I can follow soon after, maybe another 5 years or less. My deepest, darkest secret is that I still sleep with a nightlight on because I'm afraid of the dark. Don't judge me, it's comforting, okay? I've wanted to leave my current relationship for over 8 years. Edit: I would like to thank everyone for the advice and support. I have a lot of thinking to do and a massive conversation to have after that. We'll see how things play out. I yelled that shit was absolutely delicious and creamy over the Walmart intercom. I've done steroids and attempted suicide. The only thing I've wanted in life is to be loved. Currently, my boss just sent me a dick pic and I liked it. Everyone at my job tells me everything, complains about each other to me, and I just agree with whatever they say regardless of what I actually think. Nothing feels real to me and I sometimes wish I could be hit by a car on the way to work, so I could be out for a week or 2.